Okay. How are you, my dear friend Sagittarius? Beautiful Sagittarius. How are you? Let's see. All right. Sagittarius, this is a general reading for you guys. Or these cards are upside down. What's going on here? 1 second, Sagittarius. Sorry about that. Oh, I see. Okay. All right. End of October. General reading for Sagittarius. So, let's take what resonates. If it doesn't, it ain't for you. Simple as that. Just leave it for other people. Roughly speaking, there's probably 700 or 800 million Sagittarius on the planet. You know, if we're 8 billion of us, and you divide it by 12, roughly speaking, it's 750 million. 700 million on each side, right? So there's no way that 700 million people are going to have it the same day across the board, right? So this is why when we do a general reading compared to our personal reading addressed at the bottom left, as you can see, if you need one. Personal reading is focused on you, the person in front of me or through the camera. So I pick up their energy. But when you're dealing with 700 million people, you ain't picking up nobody's energy. So the best you can do is to focus on the sign, Sagittarius, right here. So then I send the message out to the sign and I say, universe, send it out there. And if anybody needs it, let them have it. So you, instead, what you should do, instead than, let's say, thinking like, let's see if Marco guesses me, it's impossible to guess 700 million people. Say, God, universe, whatever you believe in, even Mother Teresa will do. Nelson Mandela even. Say, if there's a message for me, let me have it, and thank you. So then the two sides meet in the middle. And that's when magic happens. So if it ain't for you, it means it's for somebody else, or it means simply there's no changes. There are no changes for you this week. Simple as that. It's not a matter of being right or wrong. It's a matter of connecting. All right. Now, because it's a simple general reading, sometimes you'd be surprised. There's a very important information in there. What I do is I use a very simple layout. Present, last 3 months, next 3 months. This and the 3 cards following it are the most important because they kind of set the pace. It's the overall theme for the reading itself. So let's take a look. You ready, Sag? Oh. So you walked away from something, but you left breadcrumbs. You know the little story, not the little story, the story with you as a children. I remember. I don't know if this is I mean, when I lived in Italy up to age 21, I lived in Italy. Of course, I'm Italian, and we had a story. School used to teach us a story about 2 little children going in the bush, and one of the two little ones was smart. So what he did was, you know, they had bread in their hands. They were eating as they were walking in the bush. One was just eating without worrying about a thing, but another one was leaving little breadcrumbs as he walked along, you know, on the trail. And then they got lost. And I said, oh my God, how are we going to go back home? And he said, don't worry. So they followed the breadcrumbs back home, and that's how they saved their lives. I know it's a story, but the meaning of the story is don't burn your bridges, or you did not burn your bridges. You see that? So you see the little cups along the trail. So this is someone who walked away, but then they might have regretted it. And they're looking at, can I go back? Because I left some breadcrumbs along the way. So let's see what follows it. Here we have the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands is a fire sign, and it's a message. Pages are always messages. Wands is material, physical things. So there is some kind of a physical message that needs to go out or receive. And then we have the Tower. The Tower is a sudden happening or decision. Perhaps you walked away, and that's you right there, Temperance. That's Sagittarius, as we know. Perhaps you, Sagittarius, walked away, or maybe they did, whether you're interested in. Perhaps you walked away all of a sudden for no reason whatsoever. You just so, whatever, it doesn't matter. See? So you walked away all of a sudden for no reason whatsoever. You just made something up. But this could be the opposite. Maybe they walked away for no reason whatsoever. So you decide. But there you go. So now you're thinking of, can I go back? And hence, this is why there might be a message taking place. Okay? So that is the main theme. Walking away all of a sudden, and now you feel like you want to go back or something like that. Let's see now the last 3 months, what you've been up to. The last 3 months. So, the High Priestess. The High Priestess is spiritual. Perhaps you've been learning spirituality. Perhaps you've been studying spirituality. Perhaps you're trying to become more spiritual. And it's also the card of learning the law of attraction. Maybe you're trying to manifest something. Then we have the Five of Cups. Very, very, very similar to the card I just showed you, as you can see. Once again, so this one here is leaving the breadcrumbs behind, meaning this one here is an actual willingness or desire to go back. This is instead missing someone very, very, very much. So you're missing someone very much, you see? Very similar card. And here we have the Chariot. The Chariot is, let's get moving, as you can see. So the Chariot represents you actually taking a trip, as you can see. And it's like you really, really want to take a trip. You're probably missing someone very, very much, and you want to take a trip, okay? And you're trying to manifest. Perhaps you're trying to manifest this whole thing. But there you go. So that's what you've been up to the last 3 months. So far, it sounds like there is a relationship that was abandoned or broken, or something happened unexpectedly all of a sudden, and then somebody felt sorry about doing whatever happened, and now it's like, I miss this relationship. I want to go back, but I don't know what to do. I'm waiting for a message. Should I send a message? Something similar. It could be either or, okay? Now, let's focus on the present, what you're dealing with right now. So right now, justice. You feel perhaps that justice wasn't done, or perhaps you were judged without due course, or perhaps you want justice, meaning you want to make things right. Justice is the kind of making things right, making things fair. So you probably want to make things right. So we're going to pull now 3 lanes or lines. The middle one is general. Then one would be love. One would be material, money, personal things, family, and so on and so forth. And we're going to read them this way and as well as across. So let's see what's going on. Seth, tell me when the cards are ready. Thank you. Seth is my spirit guide, if in case you're new to the channel. Mr. Seth, you're good. Okay. All right. The Page of Wands. The Page of Wands came out before, you remember, at the bottom. So again, you want to communicate, you want to exchange or send some kind of a message. You're ready to send a message. And here is the message, you see? the message is pretty much a love message. So as you can see, you've been thinking about sending a message. Now, this message, it's material message. So this could be an actual envelope, the old, the old way of meaning perhaps you have no other way of communicating. But it's a physical message, meaning, I don't know, it could be a gift with a message attached. It could be flowers. It could be, I don't know, something material with a message attached to it. It could be, what else could it be? Yeah, actually, an actual envelope with a letter in it. It's not an email. It's not a WhatsApp or Messenger. No, this is a material message. So perhaps you're thinking something material attached to it, a gift, flowers, whatever it is, you want to send a material message. This could also be personal, meaning you delivering a message or having someone delivering a message. And this is you right there, delivering a message, as you can see. So there you go. It's an offer of love or peace or both. And then we have the Six of Swords, which is basically a family. This is a family, father, mother, and a little boy. And they are together, facing the world, taking risks, and knowing that there's something better waiting for them. So let's keep on going for now. Keep on going. The Queen of Wands. Again, this is a fire sign. The Queen of Wands knows exactly what she wants. This is a Leo card. So far we have Leo, Aquarius, Taurus, fire sign, and Scorpio. Scorpio, yeah, that's Scorpio. What else could it be? Pisces. Okay, so, and this we have another fire sign, Ace of Wands. So the Ace of Wands is basically a new beginning. You want to restart, but it's also missing someone physically, because Wands is physical, right? And then we have the Five of Pentacles. So it looks like without this person, you feel left out in the cold. Look at this. You look like you feel like a beggar. Your dreams are scattered. And yeah, you want the Fool. It's, I want to start something new. The Fool is card number 0. So card number 0 meaning I want to reboot. I want to restart. No question about that. And what else we got here? And the 10 of Wands, again, the same thing. The 10, of course, is the highest number. So what happens after number 10? After number 10, you start from scratch again. So this was a conclusion, some kind of an ending, but you now realize that you want a reboot. You see this? And this is also Sagittarius. This card is Sagittarius, okay? And we're going to pull 2 more cards. And then we have the King of Wands, another fire sign. This is Leo. And the Leo, this card knows exactly what they're doing, exactly what they want. They are unmovable. This is the paramount of alpha thinking. Look at this. You ain't gonna fool them. You ain't gonna fool them, no pun intended. This is the Fool card. The Fool card. And one last card. And the Tower. So it's either a sudden decision or you want to fix this. You want to fix this, okay? So this is a very strong reading. And at the bottom, we have the Hangman. The Hangman is, I want to do something, but I can't. I want to do something, but I'm not allowed. I want to do something, but they're not talking to me. I want to do something, I want to send something, but I don't have the address, etc., etc., etc. So it says, I can't. It's like my hands are tied. You want to do something, yes, but your hands are tied. In other words, you are not able to do what you need or what you want to do. Very interesting. So let's go over this reading a little bit better. So it looks to me, so you have here a lot of fire signs. You have Aries, Leo, yourself, fire signs, Leo again, And here's, again, Aries. All right. So it's very straightforward. So the card at the top here, the crown of this table here, is trying to manifest. But it's also this is the, what is this? Let me see, justice. You feel that justice wasn't made. You feel that something unjust, something unfair. You don't know why certain things happen. I can see that you're trying to manifest something. So you basically, deciphering the cards, you want to send a message. This is a material message, as like it says. Perhaps there is this family here, this family. Perhaps you're talking about a family, or perhaps you were planning a family. There's a little child here on the boat, as you can see. You see this, right? There's a little child, mother, father, child, okay? So perhaps you were planning something, or perhaps something didn't go how you were planning. And so the Ace of Swords, the Ace of Wands, I should say, is a restart, brand new beginning. It's also missing someone physically. Now, this is the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is a Leo, and it's smack in the center of your reading here. And it looks to me like right now you feel left out. You feel unwanted, unrecognized, misunderstood. You feel like a beggar. In other words, on the street without knowing what to do. Yeah, you have company here and there, but you really feel outside of your element. Now, here it's interesting because we have all the extremes. We have card 0, card 10. So again, something, this is an achievement. And this is also the kind of movement, meaning you might be thinking, should I move? Should I stay? I have a mountain. I have a mountain to cross, and you have a mountain in front of you. Perhaps physically, actually an actual mountain, but you also see this as a mountain to overcome, meaning this is going to be difficult, but do I want to? And number 0 is basically you making decision, but 0 can go either way. 0 can go really good or really bad. You can decide yes or no. So again, it looks like you want to make some kind of a decision. Well, you need to make some kind of a decision. It looks like you might want to rectify the Tower moment when perhaps decisions were made without thinking. Because Tower is a moment of anger where things can be said or done without really thinking, and then after we regret it. You might be dealing with a Leo. This is the King of Wands, and it looks like they're not even flinching. I mean, look at them. They're not even flinching. It's like, hello, like this king is unshakable. They're respected. They're strong-minded, physically, materially. They have everything they want. They're respected by the people around them, and they're in high demand, and people go to them to get all kinds sorts of help and whatever, guidance. So this is really, really clear, and the entire thing actually ties together. I thought it was going to be love and work or material things. Instead, the entire thing ties together. It seems to me that your mind, even though you might be working, but your mind is stuck on one thing. This is a complete picture here. In other words, if it's not the way you think it should be, you feel that even work is not working. No pun intended, work is not working, meaning, yeah, I'm making money, but what is the point? Like, something is missing. You're in the middle, you don't know what to do with this Tower moment. Now, let's see the next 3 months what you decide to do. Okay, Page of Cups. So like I said before, page is always a message. So you will send a love message. Excuse me, there's no question about that. You want a reboot. We have an ace. This is a very prosperous reboot, and it is a new beginning, and it's also very financially rewarding. In other words, this is really good both ways. And here we have the devil. The devil is evil thinking, blockages, or even an evil way of interpreting things. Or you could even have a Capricorn perhaps involved in the situation. So there is some kind of obstacles that is preventing you from achieving your goal. But this is also the card of a toxic relationship. So toxic relationship, meaning you could break it off anytime, but you really cannot break it off because there is a toxic engagement, a toxic connection, or perhaps there is something that you just don't know, a contract, a soul contract, whatever it is. So the type of relationship that you cannot be with, but you cannot be without. So you're stuck in this limbo. But you will send a love message, as you can see. We have a cup, which is love, and the page is a messenger. So you perhaps think that this, whatever it is, relationship, whatever it is that you want to go back to, it's very prosperous and very, very rewarding. So this is a very heavy, very meaningful reading, my dear friends. But we started with this, right? So basically, you left something behind, but you left breadcrumbs along the way, little love things to go back to. Okay, so it's a very heavy, very meaningful relationship. We're going to pull 3 final cards, but in the meantime, as far as science is concerned, you have Capricorn, Cancer, Leo, Taurus, Aries, and yourself. All right. See what the final message is. And then we're going to get some love messages and a yes or no coin. So you're dealing with a Leo. There's no question about that. Here comes the sun. So that's the center right there. Oh my God. Look at this. This card is the same card as this, the King of Wands. So you're definitely dealing with a Leo, the King of Wands. So, and this is an end and a restart. This is number 10. So there was some kind of what you perceive as betrayal, I guess, but it could also be the other way around. Someone got betrayed, whereas some other people might have said, enough is enough. This is the card of enough is enough. Simple as that. There is no better way to explain this card. The nine of swords is, can't take it anymore. I'm suffering. I'm getting abused. I'm getting recognized. I'm not happy. Then the 10 of swords says, enough is enough. So it's when a person says, I'm not going to go for this. I'm not going to take this anymore. I'm going to end it. So this is the card of enough is enough. Here we have the sun. The sun, of course, is the best card in the entire deck. Ask any reader. There's no better card than that. It's also the card of the Leo sign. And this is another Leo, as you can see here. And there's the King of Wands. In other words, they're sitting pretty. If you're dealing with a Leo, they're sitting pretty. They're good. They don't need anything. They have a lot of respect. A lot of people may be asking them out. A lot of people would like to be with them. In other words, this guy decides who he invests his time with, and his time is extremely precious. And he simply, he takes no orders from nobody. Simple as that. So this could be also you, because it's a fire sign. This perhaps is you that you are, perhaps you don't take no orders from nobody. And that's a very good way to be. But this looks good. This looks good because we have the sun that was much in the center. So, of course, the entire reading it's like if you turn the lights on. It's like, the sun fixes everything, my dear friends. The sun gives life. Simple as that, okay? So if you're dealing with a Leo, it's very clear what you're doing here. If you're not dealing with a Leo, then this is you, where you know what to do. It's as simple as that. You're in control and you know what to do. You're very intelligent, very smart. So use your intelligence to achieve what you want to achieve. This is a very deep reading. Incredible. Healing family issues. So there might be some family issues that you need to heal, perhaps from your childhood or present, whatever it is. And the bottom is getting to know each other. So it's almost as if you're getting to know someone, or perhaps the person that you think you knew, you still don't know them. Perhaps you thought you knew them, but you didn't. You thought you knew them. You thought like, oh, I know what they're going to do. I know what they're all about. No, you don't. Simple as that. You thought. Sometimes people show you a side of themselves for whatever reason. But then they say, okay, enough is enough. And that's when you say, oh my God, I didn't know that they could do that. I didn't know they were like that, right? Okay, so we have two messages here. Message number one, I am in a committed relationship. So someone you might want to talk to, they are in a committed relationship. There you go. And this one here, I replay our conversations over and over. So this could be you, this could be them. So I don't have to translate it. I replay our conversations over and over. Okay. Now, yes or no? Think of your question. Dear friend Sagittarius, have you subscribed to the channel yet? It's totally free for you, but it really helps the channel. If you haven't, I would really appreciate it. It means you appreciate my work, and so I can offer more and more and more. Thank you for the help so far. I mean, the channel has grown incredibly. It's only been, 6 months? 214,000 subscribers. That's a lot in 6 months. For a tarot channel, that's a lot. But I would appreciate it if you haven't, because it's truly no cost to you, but it truly help the channel. Okay? Thank you so much. And like the video as well. All right, you ready? Think of your question. The answer is yes. The answer is a beautiful yes. Now, this is a general reading, so take what resonates. If you want a personal reading, the address is on the bottom left. Just go there, book it. There's about a month waiting time, waiting window. I guess we must be doing something right. I mean, I'm totally booked until I think in November 7 or so. Okay? Thank you so much. Big hug.